Daryl Sweeney back again. Hey guys, I'm excited to be talking to you. Obviously, we are have run smack dab into Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's tomorrow, which makes this a weird week. So I am going to keep this short. I appreciate you tuning in during such a busy, shortened week. It always makes it tough on professionals, but once we get to the other side of it, most of us have an opportunity to spend some really amazing time with family. Even in this weird year of 2020, I hope that you have that opportunity and you get to spend some time with people closest to you. So my question's really simple. Obviously we're in this place of thankfulness. We're heading into Thanksgiving. So my question is, what are you thankful for? I truly want to know. I would love to see your answers down in the comments, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this as a replay on Facebook or YouTube or somewhere else. I would love to hear what you're thankful for. And it doesn't have to be professional. It doesn't have to be business. It can be whatever you want. So, as you start reflecting during this time of year, because I know that happens for a lot of us, what do you find yourself thankful for? For me, honestly, I've launched this business this year. I feel like I'm stepping into something that I'm excited about, that energizes me every single day. I'm working with some amazing clients. I'm building partnerships with some amazing people doing really incredible stuff out there. I get to come and talk to you guys every single week. Right? So those are some of the things that I'm thankful for. I'm incredibly thankful for my family. In fact, I've got a almost 6-year-old in the other room waiting for me to put some Legos together. So when I think about being able to jump in here, do this video, and then jump over to the kitchen table and put Legos together, man, I'm thankful for the autonomy that I have in my life and my business that allows me to prioritize the things that I want to prioritize. And Legos, man. I mean, I'm genuinely excited about Legos. They're Star Wars Legos, they're Samuel's thing, and I'm excited to do that. So today's topic, we're going to stick with this thankfulness thing. And what I wanted to talk about was this idea of overdue thankfulness. I knew I wanted to do something around thankfulness in this video, but I didn't want it to be, 5 or 10 minutes of me telling you all the things I'm thankful for. I'm not sure that truly serves you. But I do think we probably all have something in our lives that we may find ourselves thankful for now, or we maybe should be thankful for, that we need to think back, reflect on, and really consider. So when I talk about overdue thankfulness, I'm talking about that thing in your life or that thing in your business that you hated, you despised. When you were going through it, it was painful as hell, right? It was that point in your life where all you wanted for it was to end. But now, a year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years later, you look back on that time in your life, that time in your business, and you're like, man, that was so valuable. And it's really clear what that time was for me. I think a lot of you know that I owned a company called Dorm Buys. We sold anything and everything for college kids living in the dorms. And we went through a tough period, and I ran that company. I was the owner of that company. I remember, if you think back to 2009, 2010, the recession, just the impact in the economy, it didn't affect my business. It just really didn't affect us too much. And I thought we were fine. We were a seasonal business. So we did a lot of stuff on credit lines, but our sales were strong, numbers were strong, and it was great. Where we got in trouble was kind of the trickle down effect of the economy getting into trouble. And what we saw was we used credit lines to manage cash flow, and we would borrow them. We would borrow a bunch of money going into the summer. We'd go through our busy season. We'd pay it all back literally 2 or 3 months later. And the last time we did that, it was probably around 2010. The last time we did that, the banks reclaimed all of our credit line. We literally went to being a cash poor business overnight. And I lost all flexibility. I lost the cash. I lost the resources to manage and navigate the business as I typically had for the last few years. And it just felt like it all came crashing down. I spent from 2010 to 2012 managing a business with next to no cash. And it was hell. It was hard. I had creditors calling. I owed people money. Our relationships with the partners went down the drain. We found it difficult to get inventory. We really, really struggled. And I hated it. I think back to that time and I think about the stress that I had. I think about waking up at 3 a.m. Like I could set an alarm by it, but I didn't need to, because my body would wake up at 3 a.m. for well over a year. And I was just riddled with this anxiety, riddled with all these thoughts in my head about how I'm going to make it work, how I'm going to keep paying my team and my employees, how we're going to take care of our clients and our customers, how we're going to get inventory for the next busy season, like all these things just rolling around in my head. And it was miserable. The stress, the anxiety, that was probably the unhealthiest I had ever been, both mentally, and that trickled down into my physical health as well. And it was tough. We got really fortunate. We had some really good partners and suppliers. I ended up selling that business, right? And I'm not here to glamorize being able to sell a business. In actuality, I was able to sell it, get a little cash, and pay down some debt. But now, as I sit here almost 10 years later, I will tell you that that was one of the most impactful periods of my life. I learned more in that 2 years. I grew more in that 2 years. And what happened during those 2 years have served me more than any of my highs, than any of the times I was making a bunch of money or, doing really well, or the business was growing like crazy. All that stuff was good. And there were lessons and experiences during those high points that served me, but nothing like the growth, the education, the learning about me and myself, not only about business and the business lessons, the relationship lessons, but my own inner learning, the inner work I was able to do, the things I was able to see during that time that I know as I sit here today would have never happened without the adversity. So I couldn't have seen it then. And there's probably that period in your life, in your business, where you couldn't have seen it. You couldn't have been thankful while you're going through it. And if you were, kudos to you. I was not that person. I was not somebody that was able to be thankful in the moment. I didn't see the opportunity in the moment. I didn't see the long-term plan in the moment. But as I sit here 10 years later, I know that those 2 years shaped me. They prepared me, and they have set me up to do what I do. They've set me up to relate to business owners who are going through really tough times. They've set me up to relate to clients who struggle with anxiety and struggle to get a full night's sleep because it's so heavy, the burden that comes with it. I can relate to them in new and powerful ways. And I get to lean on those experiences as I work with clients today. So today's challenge as we head into Thanksgiving is simply look for those opportunities in life. Think back and reflect on those places where you now find some thankfulness that you couldn't have found in the moment. And when I say reflect, I'm serious. Don't just think about them. Spend some time, grab a pen and paper, jump on your computer or your phone, and just let words flow. Just journal about them, because there's probably some lessons hidden in there that could serve you today if you will take yourself back to that moment and relive it just a little bit. So guys, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching these videos and checking out all the things I do online, for recommending me and referring me to your friends and family, for getting other people onto what I'm doing. Your support means everything, and I look forward to what's ahead. So think about the overdue thankfulness in your life. Make sure that you check me out online, darylsweeney.com. If you're not on my email list, you can get on my email list right there on the website. There's a free download that will probably serve some value for you. Hopefully it does. But get on the email list so you get the emails. You know what's coming up. You know what we're talking about. Jump on. I've got a Facebook group as well. It's Business Your Way with Daryl Sweeney. So check that out as well. Overall, I hope you have an incredible Thanksgiving. I hope you find time to reflect on the things you want out of life, that you want out of your profession, the things you want for yourself and for your family, and that this Thanksgiving is just so impactful for you and the people you love. Can't wait to see you guys next week. As for me, back to Legos. See you guys.